This is another partner on the ground.
Yeah, Jeff Nene, he joins us from Springfield, Missouri, Convoy of Hope, one of our wonderful partners. Jeff, welcome back to the program.
Well, thank you guys for having me. We really appreciate the partnership.
You know, it's hard to believe that a year has gone by since Hurricane Maria. Now, for the longest time, the death toll was listed at just over 60. I know there was a study at Harvard University that talked about 4,600. The government now in Puerto Rico saying somewhere over 4,000. I mean, why such a big discrepancy?
I think the real discrepancy comes from how you count the numbers. What's the real number? Those original numbers were people that died from the storm the day of the storm when it happened. The larger numbers that you're hearing bandied about are numbers that people that have died later on, possibly as a result of the storm, probably as a result of the storm. It's kind of vague, but it really is a difference between those two things.
Now, Jeff, our partners and many of the people that are watching from home today gave some sacrificially to Convoy of Hope and to Crossroads to affect change on the ground in Puerto Rico. Can you bring an update on where that money has gone and what it's been able to accomplish?
Sure, I'd be glad to. First, let me say thank you to your viewers. I mean, when we saw the amount of money that came in from our Canadian friends, it was really unbelievable, and it enabled us to do so much more in Puerto Rico than we originally thought we were going to be able to do. We started out the response distributing food and water and emergency supplies, things like solar lanterns, generators, whatever it took to help people at least be somewhat comfortable in those early days. And then we started the transition. We started helping people clean up. We started helping people try to sort out what was left of their stuff. We've had volunteer teams coming in now, and we have field teams, we call them, which are basically teams from churches. You might have anywhere from 8 to 15 people from one church that come together, and they spend about a week in Puerto Rico, and we're actually rebuilding homes now, and a lot of that is due to the partnership with our Canadian viewers and the people that have really gotten behind this and said, hey, we want to help the people in Puerto Rico. We've been able to adopt a village, and appropriately it's called Villa de Esperanza, or Village of Hope, and it's been a real blessing to us to be able to do that, but an incredible blessing to the people that live there.
Now, I know when there's these kinds of things happening, there, of course, the world's attention, and it was really disappointing, really, from the U.S. government towards Puerto Rico. But nevertheless, things are happening and good things are happening. People are rebuilding their lives, but it's a long road. So what are you seeing now as the future? Is there optimism returning down there? Because I know you were just down in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I just returned from there not too long ago. And there is a renewed sense of optimism. Although I have to tell you this, one of the first people we met down there, we call him Pastor Ivan. He's the head of a large denomination that has a great sizable following in Puerto Rico. And I met him probably 2 or 3 days after the storm on our first trip down there. And he was distraught and upset and all those emotions you can imagine. But at the same time, he was encouraging. He was excited about the prospect for the church. So the local church in Puerto Rico has risen up and is doing great things.
Well, thank you so much, Jeff. And on behalf of our viewers, thank you for bringing an update. And we are so supportive of what Convoy of Hope continues to do in Puerto Rico.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your viewers and all that you've enabled us to do.
Well, we certainly appreciate you, Jeff, and all the work that you've done. I remember when Cheryl and Greg Howes, our cameraman, came back with riveting stories. And the thing that I love about what they do is they partner with the local church, and it proclaims the gospel of Jesus, that Jesus cares. So again, thank you for your support. If you'd like to find out more about Convoy of Hope, you can go to their website, convoyofhope.org.